I ain't doing this one.
The big question as we kick off Royal Rumble, will Roman survive tonight?
Well, the man who's walking down the aisle here in front of 44,000 plus is the greatest champion of all time, transcending the business. And tonight, it's personal. For 17 months, Roman Reigns has dominated everyone. And luckily for Roman, he's had a special counsel and his cousins to help him keep cool, keep focused, and concentrate on the business at hand.
Now Paul Heyman is gone, and the Usos are barred from ringside. And without those calming forces, Corey, cracks started to form last night in Roman's armor.
No telling how Roman's going to handle things on his own. It's been years since he competed on his own. But that's the situation we're seeing right now for the Tribal Chief. In recent weeks, Seth Rollins touched on the one thing that Roman Reigns has not been able to get over: the dissolution of the Shield at the hands of Seth Rollins.
Roman Reigns is a loyal man, a family man, and what Seth Rollins did to his family was cowardly in the eyes of the head of the table, the Tribal.
Look at this. Even more mind games from Rollins. As we heard that music pop right there, the Shield, you can't help but have a little nostalgia. You can't help but think back to the glory days of when the Shield would go to town, beating everybody down.
Until that man right there, Seth freaking Rollins, decided to tear it apart.
Seth Rollins says he knows Roman Reigns so well. He knows how to prey on the insecurities of the Universal Champion. He knew there was one thing that Reigns will never get over, and that is that Seth Rollins chose to end the Shield.
The infamous blow to the back of Roman Reigns with a steel chair many years ago, which broke up perhaps the greatest faction in WWE history. Well, tonight, Rollins will use that to get in the head of the champ and win the Universal title.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the Universal Championship. Introducing the challenger from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 200 And his opponent from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, he is the Universal Champion, Roman Reigns!
And that title, the WWE Universal Championship, has been in Reigns' possession for a record-breaking 516 days. Can he extend the reign even further tonight? The Royal Rumble Premium Live event kicks off with a match between two former brothers. Roman Reigns in his record 516-day reign as Universal Champion versus Seth Rollins, donned in the old gear that they used to wear in the Shield.
Rollins looks very comfortable in that tactical vest yet again.
But he's even more comfortable inside the head of the Tribal Chief. We haven't seen Roman with this type of look, this type of confusion in 500+ days.
Headed out of the ring, but the count is looming. And the wise man, Paul Heyman, will be at ringside for a championship match tonight, just not this one.
And that's just sickening to me, Cole. Reigns had just cause for firing the wise man, and now Paul's right back with his old client. Heyman has zero loyalty to the bloodline.
Okay, Corey, did you forget the fact that Roman attacked Heyman? Anyway, Reigns just needs to forget all of that tonight. Rollins is already playing next-level mind games in this match. Reigns cannot let Paul Heyman's actions affect him.
Ooh, what a punch. Just punched him right in the mouth. Relentless.
Enough already.
Placing him in the corner.
Shoulder to the stomach.
Even before Seth put his gear on, he came into this match with a clear-cut advantage.
You're right, Cole. 1 week ago on SmackDown, Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens defeated the Usos. As a result, Jimmy and Jay are barred from ringside.
It was an all-or-nothing move, as Rollins would have lost his title opportunity had that match gone the other way. It just proves that Seth freaking Rollins,
from the top, you gotta be kidding me!
from up top, right onto the target outside.
That is kicking things into a whole new gear.
Tossed back into the ring. Seth Rollins desperately needs to figure this out.
And you can see Seth is being run into the ground by Roman.
Seth freaking Rollins has made it extremely personal with Roman Reigns. Years ago when he destroyed the Shield, and again in the lead up to this match.
And if I'm Roman, I'm taking all that aggression and ending this quickly. Go full force and incapacitate Rollins ASAP, because the longer Reigns fights with all his rage, the more potential he has to make a tactical error.
Gentlemen, for 17 months, Roman Reigns has dominated. He had special counsel and cousins to help him stay in control, to keep his cool, to concentrate on the business at hand. But now Paul Heyman is gone, and the Usos are barred from ringside.
Without those calming forces, cracks have started to show. Every comment Rollins has made about their past cuts deeper. Every mind game breaks Roman's spirit even further. This might be the toughest physical battle the Tribal Chief has faced, but it definitely is his toughest mental battle.
Right across the face. Multiple kicks connect. That was a vicious display. You can almost see the disdain in their eyes. Big forearm.
Oh, and a double axe handle.
Incredible.
Height. Not a good spot to be in. Powerbomb.
I have to admit, it's a pretty cold move for Rollins to just take the years of history the Shield had and turn it into a joke here tonight.
It's appalling, Saxton. Rollins has always treated that sacred history as a joke. Now we know that Roman Reigns is a loyal man, a family man. What Seth Rollins did to his family 8 years ago was cowardly. Now it's time for Rollins to pay.
The champion with a quick shoulder up.
Still gonna take a massive effort.
Look out!
Stop! Has the champ pinned. Is this it? Makes a cover. Oh, my God.
What? What just... I can't.
Agreed, Saxton. Looks like there's great trouble here. Can he get it fully locked in?
Sinking deep into the camel clutch.
Roman Reigns could be on the verge of test.
A single leg camel clutch and a great counter. Power from the suplex. Seth Rollins says he knows Roman Reigns so well, says he knows how to prey on the insecurities of the Universal Champion.
Rollins knew there was one thing that Roman Reigns could never, ever get over, that it was Seth Rollins who chose to end the Shield.
That blow to the back of Roman Reigns with a steel chair so many years ago broke up. Perhaps the greatest faction in WWE history. Who would have thought that moment would still loom so large and be the biggest key to victory?
Up high. Good Lord. Taking flight. You got to be a certain kind of crazy to even think about attempting that kind of offense. But I can't say it didn't pay off.
Into the steel steps. That's got to be a tide turner.
The barricade. The Tribal Chief has been dominant over the last... Soaring!
What a clothesline. Taking a chance one more time and landing with incredible impact.
That's disrespectful. And that's a lot of blood starting to pour out of Seth's head.
Misses the target. Tumbling attack on the knee. Roman cannot be stopped here.
The power and rage of the Tribal Chief is just overwhelming Rollins here. Kick to the gut.
Oh, what a right.
Rollins in the line of fire. Spiked with a Uranagi. I hate to say this, but the Tribal Chief has become extremely frazzled without the benefit of having the bloodline by his side.
Every little move Rollins makes seems to put Reigns on edge. This outfit, the Shield's entrance music. I bet if Rollins gave Roman a fist bump, it would make the Tribal Chief go nuclear.
He's hurled out and crashes down to the floor. He's heading to the outside. Better watch for the referee's count.
Spear by Reigns!
The champ might have just ended things right there. I don't even think Roman's aware of where he is anymore. He has tunnel vision for Rollins. The only thing the Tribal Chief is seeing right now is red. And heaven have mercy on Reigns, old Shield brother now.
And he slides him back to the mat. And here's Reigns now, misses wildly with the clothesline attempt. Spear! Spear by Reigns! Roman Reigns from out of nowhere with a spear!
That could end it for Rollins if Roman could just make the cover.
Roman trying to fight through the pain. Oh my, guys. Guys, look at what Rollins is doing.
After all these two have been through, Rollins wants that Shield fist bump.
Reigns shaking it off as Rollins continues to try to play mind games.
Yeah, but that may have triggered a litany of emotions within the tribal chief. Reigns unsure of what to do.
Roman Reigns determining what to do now. Will he slay his former brother? Reigns now. Look, gonna lock in the guillotine. Submission
Well, there's
move
your
locked
answer.
in. Submission move locked in.
Rollins in major peril right now. Rollins looking like he's starting to fade.
Seth trying desperately to make it to the bottom rope.
I'm not sure he can make it, Corey.
Trying to make it to the rope to force some sort of break. Seth trying to hang on. How can he do this here? Is Rollins going to tap here? What's Rollins going to do? Is he going to tap out?
Well, he makes it to the rope. Reigns has a 5 count to break the hold.
And Reigns breaks the hold here. Roman breaks the hold, and this match continues.
It just shows you how locked in Roman Reigns is to winning this match. Rollins just motionless now. Roman had that guillotine locked in far too long.
Well, the oxygen slowly circulating through Seth again, but I feel it's just a matter of time. The fun and games, Rollins Reigns on the money with a Superman punch.
And a thunderous spear. This might be it. The champ can't keep it here.
And Reigns retains the title.
Here is your winner, and still the Universal Champion,
Roman Reigns has finally done it. Finally earned that title defense against Seth Rollins. Finally exercised the ghost of the Shield.
It looks like a huge win.
The following contest is the men's War Games match. The rules of the match are as follows. 2 teams will be contained in separate cages, with 1 member of each team starting the match. At regular intervals, alternating members from each team will be released to enter the match. The first member to enter will come from the advantaged team. Once all competitors have entered, War Games officially begins! The match can be won by pinfall or submission. Exiting the cage will result in a forfeit. And now, let the War Games begin!
The bloodline is in chaos. This wrestling dynasty is on the brink of collapse.
This conflict goes far beyond acknowledgement, Michael. This man and the original bloodline are fighting for their livelihood.
Introducing first, from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 242 pounds, main event, Jey Uso!
This man and the rest of the original bloodline is under attack. The new bloodline will do whatever it takes to wipe out the old guard.
But this man and the rest of his crew will not go down without a fight. This is a power struggle that could not be contained by a traditional 20-by-20 ring. He's ready to bring the heavy fire to the new bloodline.
The original bloodline was created with the wisdom of the elders, but this man and the new bloodline are destroying what was built.
Well, this conflict was unfathomable until now. The new bloodline is ready to hunt.
And from Sacramento, California, weighing in at 285 pounds, the Samoan werewolf, Jacob.
The new bloodline does not live by a code. They do not act with honor. This man says the OG bloodline will suffer the consequences of their disloyalty.
We are looking at a heavy hitter with pure malice in his eyes.
And he's looking to make his name at the expense of the old guard of the bloodline.
The OG bloodline have never faced a threat like this.
The island of relevancy is no more. The OG bloodline is fighting bloodthirsty savages who will feast on whatever they can.
There will be no hesitation in pulling the trigger, and the OGs have got to match that ferocity.
And gentlemen, it is time for Bloodline War Games. Roman Reigns, the Usos, and Sami Zayn versus Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu.
Both of these sides have a deep and abiding hatred for one another. Solo felt he was held down. His crew never called up during Roman's time as the tribal chief.
But most of the men on Roman's side were unceremoniously removed from the bloodline courtesy of Solo Sikoa. And those who weren't have faced continued attacks from the new bloodline.
And the winners tonight are very likely to be considered the true bloodline by the WWE Universe. Let's see who comes out on top tonight. Solo Sikoa's group at a decided disadvantage. His side has less experience inside this structure.
But look at how young and hungry Team Solo is. In particular, Tama Tonga is a real wild card. He's like a hyena locked in a cage with a bunch of raw meat.
I even asked Tama backstage if he was looking forward to this match, and he just said to me, yeah.
Great journalism there, Byron.
Thanks, Michael.
Before War Games officially starts, what do you guys think is the key to the old school bloodline coming out on top?
Every one of these men is a proven main eventer, Michael, but that won't be enough if they can't stay on the same page.
Yeah, and given how united Solo's team is, I don't think even the Mount Rushmore of WWE could handle the new bloodline.
Roman and his crew need to remember what bonded them, what made their team Usi, and work as a real team. Just one last time. Scoop slam, making it look easy.
I think tonight is going to be a breakout performance for Jacob Fatu. So much raw talent in that young man.
Every bloodline member, new and old, is a generational athlete. But Jacob seems to be a step ahead of every one of these men at times.
Many already believe Jacob can take the mantle as the leader of the bloodline. If he's the one to earn the victory tonight, his time as the tribal chief may come sooner than anyone thinks.
He's in a bad way, but still has something left in the tank.
Enters the ring and is diving headfirst into the chaos of this match.
An impressive sequence from Jey.
Yeah, Uso is firing on all cylinders.
Oh, he fights gets Jay back. Sami Zayn grew so much as a member of the Bloodline, it really gave him a sense of self-worth.
Yeah, but part of that self-worth came from defying Roman, from defeating the Usos, which begs the question, and I wish there was a better way to phrase this. Is Sami Zayn still Usi?
I think he is, Corey. Sami seems elated to be fighting alongside Jay and even Jimmy. Those are his dogs.
We're seconds away from these teams being at even strength. So much damage has already been done.
Yeah, he's on his back foot now. I don't see things turning around in his favor.
What a way to get out of that one. If there's one man here with the most to prove, it's got to be Tanga Loa.
We've often seen that the man with the most to prove ends up being the difference maker in war games.
Many folks think Tanga Loa is just a foot soldier for Solo. But let's not forget, this man is the son of Haku. Just like his father, Tanga Loa truly excels in a brawl. And there is no bigger brawl than war games. And looking to cop.
Look out!
Oh my gosh, what impact!
Uh-oh. Turns that in his favor.
Stopping their opponent.
Bloodline, new bloodline. Both sides engaging in a brutal battle.
Every one of these men is fighting with every fiber in their beat. Top rope. Usos sky high.
Counting down the seconds until this match begins. And we see Zayn. No doubt, Sami just ended this. And guys, this is what War Games is all about. Both bloodlines leaving it all in the ring.
The old guard and new school trading it from the heavens.
Are you kidding me? Through the table.
Sending him careening through the table. Nothing but carnage and wood fragments are left.
Into the cage now, and the numbers advantage is locked in.
The WWE Universe is on its feet. Well, meanwhile, here's Sami Zayn.
Tanga Loa has taken a lot of damage on his face, and it's showing now. Down on the ground, getting pummeled by that hammer. Body slam slipped out.
Inverted DDT.
8 men in this war, but one seems to be fighting his own internal battle. That man, Jimmy Uso.
Who's currently on Team Roman, but this might be an instance of the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Well, Jimmy had clashes with Roman. He went to war with his brother Jay, but the men who put Jimmy on the shelf for months stand across the ring. Jimmy's out for every member of Solo Squad tonight, and he'll deal with the rest of his fractured family later.
Super kick! Super kick!
Oh no, has him lined up for the kill shot.
And with his coming entrant, the teams will officially be evened up.
Now a series of vicious stunts.
That'll be a bit tough for Jay to stand up amongst this team. Some close allies, but some enemies he's yet to forgive.
We've seen the wars that Jay has waged with his cousin Roman, with his brother Jimmy. Why would anyone stand on top of the cage like that?
The teams are scrapping.
Launcher. Repeated hits like that are going to add up very quick. Plenty of damage being dealt here.
This place is going insane!
The ground beneath my feet is shaking.
Super kick! Ouch! Solo Sikoa, leader of the new bloodline, has called himself the head of the table. Called himself tribal chief.
And when he asked the WWE Universe to acknowledge him, we're hearing more and more of the crowd agree.
Well, Solo has grown in power with big wins and title reigns, but this is his biggest test yet. If his crew can defeat Romans, Sikoa will be everything he says he is. Blast off!
And that's another well-placed Sami Zayn with a big boom.
And that can vanquish Tana.
We've got a numbers advantage incoming as
Uso.
And the onslaught to his core is continuing.
If he keeps taking targeted strikes like this, he's going to be...
Reigns has identified the top.
Here comes the buzzer. The numbers advance.
Uso.
Now looking at Jey.
And now the new tribal chief, Solo Sikoa, joining.
Was that all she wrote for Tongaloa?
Middle rope forearm on point.
Even in the teams are looking out of the ring for a little extra insurance.
Reigns. No coming back from Reigns after that. Oh my goodness. Oh, what a smash.
That is just insulting.
The competitors are...
Jimmy with a game ender.
He's looking to go.
Blast off. Hands in the drop zone.
He gets him with the knee.
And Jimmy takes on even more damage.
Yeah, Tyler could be looking for that home run very soon. Going right back to the head area.
And this is why you've always got to protect your neck.
Punishing their opponent. Positive position as Jimmy gains his footing.
And into the corner he goes.
Tonga
Executing a vicious Tonga twist.
Terrible position for Jimmy. Kick to the cranium of their opponent. No escape for him. Tonga.
and it's once more.
DDT. Will Sammy recover?
Uso. Uso splash. Jey can seal it here. Drops the hammer.
Right on the lower back.
Look at this, going right after the left arm. Gotta hurt.
Has Sammy in a pinning predicament.
Solo Sikoa.
He's eyeing the 3 count here. Cover. Just a mess of wood and flesh after that.
You gotta be kidding me.
And Zayn looking good. But now here's Jey Uso.
Jey can seal it here. Oh, catches a kick to the face.
He has to be in a world of hurt here.
Basically hammering their opponent into the floor. Jacob Fatu's able to dodge. Looks like this could be the end.
And Ellie stays down for a while.
Bad timing, poor decision-making, everything that can go wrong did go wrong.
He's headed up. Might be going toward the top of this War Games structure. Uh-oh.
I can't look.
No. Using the verticality of the cage took brutal effect.
I can't believe that connected. Vicious.
His opponent keeps piling it on.
These are the moments professionals train for. When you are at your breaking point.
You can see all the brutality the original Bloodline team has dished out. Everyone on Solo's team were filling the War Games cage with their own blood.
That was vicious. Will Jimmy seal this up?
Sent flying over to the other ring. And now Tonga taking advantage of the opportunity. 2 count. No, he gets the shoulder up.
How have we not claimed a winner yet?
You gotta believe that not wanting to feel the agony of defeat is caught
From the middle rope.
Something in store.
He breaks the pin.
Tama Tonga setting it up. The target's been acquired once more. Tama can end it there.
And just got caught with that DDT.
Jay is out. That is it.
2. And Solo's team takes it.
All hail the true bloodline.
Here are your winners, Solo Sikoa,
And gentlemen, it is time for Bloodline War Games. Roman Reigns, the Usos, and Sami Zayn versus Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu.
Both of these sides have a deep and abiding hatred for one another. Solo felt he was held down. His crew never called up during Roman's time as the tribal chief.
But most of the men on Roman's side were unceremoniously removed from the bloodline, courtesy of Solo Sikoa. And those who weren't have faced continued attacks from the new bloodline.
And the winners tonight are very likely to be considered the true bloodline by the WWE Universe. Let's see who comes out on top tonight. I think tonight is going to be a breakout performance for Jacob Fatu. So much raw talent in that young man.
Every bloodline member, new and old, is a generational athlete. But Jacob seems to be a step ahead of every one of these men at times.
Many already believe Jacob can take the mantle as the leader of the bloodline. If he's the one to earn the victory tonight, his time as the tribal chief may come sooner than anyone thinks.
Oh my God, what a kick! Jay is imposing his will.
Jacob's having trouble assessing the situation.
Snap suplex.
A lot to prove from the new bloodline tonight. Gentlemen, do you think they can do it?
Absolutely, Cole. Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tonga Loa, and Tama Tonga have been competing on a different level as of late.
They have won some major matches and earned titles too, but I worry they might not be as ready for War Games as Roman's crew. There's a lot more big match experience in general on Roman's side.
No, that may be true, but Solo's side has youth and a devil-may-care attitude that can work out tremendously inside War Games. I expect Solo's side to go all out here inside this sadistic structure.
A consistent attack being mounted on Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, Jay has all the wheels turning now.
If you're on the opposite side of this entry, you are bracing for a fight.
Solo Sikoa, leader of the new bloodline, has called himself the head of the table, called himself the tribal chief.
And when he asked the WWE Universe to acknowledge him, we're hearing more and more of the crowd agree.
Well, Solo has grown in power with big wins and title reigns, but this is his biggest test yet. If his crew can defeat Roman's, Sikoa will be everything he says he is and more.
Able to slip away.
Punch!
Back of his neck. Point of the elbow finds the mark.
And now looking even worse for wear.
Looks like the gas tank is running past E now.
And seconds left before the odds are evened here.
Tonga Loa now entering the fray of Bloodline War Games.
Solo Sikoa's group at a decided disadvantage. His side has less experience inside this structure.
But look at how young and hungry Team Solo is. In particular, Tama Tonga is a real wild card. He's like a hyena locked in a cage with a bunch of raw meat.
I even asked Tama backstage if he was looking forward to this match, and he just said to me,
Great journalism there, Byron.
thanks, Michael.
Tonga Loa reverses and looks to capitalize. Inverted scoop slam. Working on the arm. Dragon screw.
Bang! A migraine-inducing blow from that stop sign.
Vicious right forearm.
Gotta be a bit tough for Jay to stand up amongst this team. Some close allies, but some enemies he's yet to forgive.
We've seen the wars that Jay has waged with his cousin Roman, with his brother Jimmy, but he needs to put that aside tonight.
And Jay has the title wins and big victories that earned him the main event moniker. But if he's the one to put away the new bloodline, he will truly be the main event of War Games.
DDT!
Jumping clothesline! What agility! Count him.
Uso splash by Jay.
Can Jacob Fatu come back from bloodline, new bloodline. Both sides engaging in a brutal battle.
Every one of these men is fighting with every fiber in their being to be considered the true bloodline.
8 men in this war, but one seems to be fighting his own internal battle. That man, Jimmy Uso.
He's currently on Team Roman, but this might be an instance of the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Well, Jimmy had clashes with Roman. He went to war with his brother Jay, but the men who put Jimmy on the shelf for months, taking flight.
He's looking fairly drained.
Big forearm.
Has Jimmy in his grip.
DT. Did Jacob Fatu get enough of it?
And guys, this is what War Games is all about. Both bloodlines leaving it all in the ring.
The old guard.
Oh, look out! You got out of dodge just in time.
OG bloodline leader Roman Reigns has so much on the line in this one, guys.
Oh, absolutely, Michael. Solo Sikoa took his spot at the head of the table. He says he's the new tribal chief.
And that is Roman's legacy. Those names, this group, they mean something. But the bloodline represents all that Roman has built in his career. And he needs to take it back tonight.
The next entrant incoming to even up the odds. With all these blows to the head, he has to be disoriented.
I think that's the plan, Trevor. Try to keep him on the back foot. Tonga looking to get wild inside War Games alongside his bloodline.
Look at Jey Uso going top
Rope. Meet me in the basement. I've got a foot to the face for you.
And taking aim right at the midsection with this offense.
Look at this crowd. It's insanity in here. Bedlam.
Oh, no. Looking for something.
Top rope.
And looking at Jey Uso.
Will Jey end this? Oh, man. Got the leg in.
Well-placed elbow to the leg. Now that's using your head.
Sami Zayn grew so much as a member of the bloodline, it really gave him a sense of self-worth.
Yeah, part of that self-worth came from defying Roman, from defeating the Usos, which begs the question, and I wish there was a better way to phrase this. Is Sami Zayn still Usi?
I think he is.
Lift off.
Just like that, Sami gets stopped. The crowd is counting it down. Next entry will tip the scales in their team's favor.
Both wrists captured, and the tribal chief is now entering Bloodline War Games.
Get out of the ring now. This can't be good.
Took a gamble once, took a gamble again, and hit the jackpot twice. Precision shot, and now Tonga Loa is bleeding.
Vicious right forearm.
And Jimmy realizing he's not the only one in this match willing to do anything it takes.
Yeah, Tonga had him well vision.
Things could get ugly now as they head inside the cage. Oh, this is really getting out of hand here. Someone needs to step in.
Jay ready to end things. Top rope.
And now Jimmy Uso.
That could put Tonga down for good.
Look at this, just unloading. Oh, a nasty stop to finish it off.
Oh, man, he took a hard landing into the other ring. He's looking poised to finish Tonga off. Oof. Oh, my goodness.
Just punishing their opponent.
Jacob Fatu in a compromised position.
Mere seconds away from evening the odds in War Games.
Sally with a big boot.
Is Zayn closing this out?
And now the new tribal chief, Solo Sikoa, joining Bloodline War Games.
And you have to be in a lot of pain taking that many attacks to the core.
Yeah, but you really have to fight through it.
Looking out of the ring for reinforcements.
Coming in with the heavy hardware and even the odds.
whatever happens there.
Then we see Tonga Loa.
Oh, man.
But I think those constant attacks to his torso are adding up.
Yeah, Cole, this could have consequences for his future.
He tosses him over and into the other ring. And the punishing streak of Sikoa just got a bit halted. Looks like he has something planned with his table, guys. And there's got to be a concern for Jay at this point.
It'll be an arduous task for Jay to recover.
Watch out. His body is dealing with a lot of stress here. Shoulders down. Jacob going to end it here. Just escapes defeat. Now Reigns. That hit counts. Zayn with a big boot.
Zayn has this wrapped up.
Just unwinding that stop sign.
Uso. Uso splash.
Jimmy with a comeback. Ooh, man. Good golly. Utilizing his power and tossing him across the rings.
Heading to the top rope here.
Uso.
Then it's Jey Uso.
Will Jay take advantage?
Sledgehammer to the body.
Inside cradle applied. Shoulders down.
And referee cuts off the count at one.
I am shaking my head in
Tonga. This could do it. It knew what was coming there. Uncorks it upper.
Uso.
the Uso splash.
Will Jay take advantage?
Getting carried. Position here.
Smart strategy.
After a very unpleasant trip from ring to ring. Top rope.
Now Jimmy.
Uso splash. Crucial moment for Tonga Loa.
Good grief. That stop sign flew like it was a frisbee. Gosh.
Sammy isn't going to like what's about to come his way.
He's really taking all the damage he's taken up till now. Just pounding away. Grounded and pounded.
Kick to the gut. Sent to the ropes.
Timely counter by Zayn. Oh my God, look at this. They're setting him up. Oh. Had an answer for Reigns.
Kick to the gut.
Back around into a neckbreaker. These attacks are chipping away at him.
Tonga really putting some punishing offense on display.
But now here's Jey Uso.
Will Jay end this?
Put into the corner. Look at second connect with a Haluva kick. The lights are... Oh, wrist captured. Tonga Loa press.
He's got it.
Strong kick out late into the match.
You gotta be kidding me.
I've lost count of how many times this match should have ended by now.
Good God, what force from the middle rope.
Counters to gain the advantage. Oh, roll up here. Taking off up the cage in this War Games match. He's able
To the scratch.
Rearing way back.
the pin. This could be it. Now it's Sikoa. Makes the save and they continue this match.
Victory nearly in hand for Tama Tonga.
Head control applied. From the middle ropes, tornado DDT.
And Tonga Loa really laying it in there.
So dangerous is Tonga Loa. Staying. Bam! Man. Earth-shattering.
just saw.
Oh, no. Solo ended with a
And it's Solo looking for the win. Still only got one. Not quite enough. Roman's shoulders are down. And now Tama Tonga. He kicks it.
Oh, my goodness. The moonsault. Did Jacob Fatu get it? Jacob Fatu taking flight. Unreal athleticism from Jacob Fatu. Jacob about to end this fight.
No, he beats the count.
He refuses to stay down. Pure instinct.
Carrying the opposition. What's the thought here?
Ooh, disrespectfully avoiding that. No doubt. Sammy just ended this. Waiting for him to get back on his feet so he can strike. Diving crossbody. Throwing all caution to the wind. Kick to the back. He might have him. Does Jimmy have any fight left?
The cover. Looking for the pin.